about is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen. Better, bring a better bad because I'm bigger, better. Solo single, selling several shows at every single second. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Kinda came and crushed the competition, hope they get the message. Look, living it fast, spinning my M in the bag. I never go slow, thinking I'll crash. End up a thing in the past, they know I won't though. Big fish catching me, they gon' need a bigger boat. Ironic how the world stops when I spin a globe. Always showing up. Right. Last year's song still holding up. See the name now and they know what's up. Right. Price hit the top and it's going up. I'm a trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center.
B.O.D. Get the spell check, a fact check, and prevent errors going up. See the bent lever, jalapeno hot, y'all just red peppers. All y'all copping copies, but I'm left center. And your shorty glitching on me like a text sender. Hit her with a French tenor. Crazy, wait until I do the next record. I leave head severed. I don't need to hit the bench ever. But if I do, I'm PRing to the next level. Condo flights to Lufthansa. Already know who you people fans of. Call me Big Daddy in a big body Wrangler. Call me Big Daddy Adam Sandler. Bullseye, aiming for a cottage with a poolside, full size.
Always showing up. Right. Last year's song still holding up. See the name now and they know what's up. Right. Price hit the top and it's going up. I'm a trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center.
Welcome everyone.
Stop taking
I
meeting
hope
notes
everyone's
and let
doing
ClickUp
well.
AI Note Taker do it for you.
Give me
It allows
1 second. Are we ready? Can we hear me well? So welcome everyone. My name is Kristaps. I'm 33 years old, and today we are gonna be trading gold and silver. A little bit about myself. I've been trading for 3.5 years. Unfortunately, unprofitable. So that's why I'm here, to show to myself and to everyone that this is actually doable. I'm not a guru. I don't make millions of pounds. I don't sell anything. I'm just here to provide value and hopefully bring some value to myself as well. So that's why I'm here. So let's start. Always we're gonna start with news. Because that's something that impacts my trading a lot. So I do not trade news. I do not trade before news, shortly before news, like half an hour before news. But after, we're all set. So today is April 8th, and as we can see, the only news we have is at 9 p.m. But bear in mind, the 9 p.m. that's GMT +2 time, so I'm not sure what it's in Eastern Standard Time. So anyways, that's like 5 hours from now. I'm not gonna be trading at that time anyways. So tomorrow, April 9th, we have 8:30 EST, we have core PC, so no trades before news. And same I believe on Friday. Yeah, on Friday, April 10th, we have CPI. So same thing, no trades before news, wait for them to come out and just follow the price action. Okay, so let's have a look at gold today. I've been trading just gold on its own for 2 years. Before that I was doing GBP, JPY, but the price action just wasn't as it was before, so I quit. So we're now just focusing on gold, and I believe we're gonna start to implement some silver trades. but that's gonna be on a lower size, just to sample size before we actually put some risk on these trades. We need to sample size just to make it seem worth it. Okay, so if we look at the gold on daily time frame, we can see that we have created a new support, but today's candle, I believe due to the news of ceasefire, just pushed up, no bottom wick. Basically there's not a lot of information for me on this daily candle. The only thing is that we have created support. So let's see on 4 hour. So we trade just a normal simple price action, so no indicators, no signals, just reading candles. So on 4 hour we do have some information. As we can see, as we opened on this daily candle on this 4 hour, we already broke out and closed below this resistance. Now we are bearish on the 4 hour because this candle is open and it's going to be open for 1 more hour. So technically this candle is bearish, but because we closed above this level of resistance, I am still more bullish. So daily is bullish, 4 hour I'm gonna say it's bullish just because we closed still above. And now it even looks that we already rejected and creating a brand new 4 hour support in 1 hour, which would make sense. If we go to 1 hour, we can see that we have a support over here, and this is gonna be our resistance. There's not much to do because we are now in this range. If you look at the 1 hour, we actually were in this range, we closed below and we created new support. So if we are looking for sales, all we're gonna need to wait is closures below this area on 1 hour. And for buys we're gonna need to wait a closures above this area. But if we go down to the 30-minute time frame, let's have a look. For sales, we can see that we are rejecting multiple times this area, so sales below is still good. But for buys, I'm gonna use this. So if we have a look at the 4 hour, let's see. Yeah, we have basically 4 hours surrounded. If we're gonna take buys, it's most likely gonna be break of the 4 hour highs, and same for sells. And as we are now ranging, it's a simple game. Sells below 09 and buys above 25.8. Let's see what the 15-minute does. Yeah, on 15-minute we just keep it as it is, and we are gonna wait for closures because now we are ranging. And we can assume that this, just bear with me, I'm gonna find the right tools. Okay, let's use the rectangle. So this is gonna be a no trade zone. Let's color it red. So this is gonna be no trade zone. Anything below here is a good sell, and anything above again is a good buy. So all we need to do now is literally wait. Our job is done, and now all we need to do is wait for price action to create a setup for us to enter, because now we are ranging and it's closures in 2 minutes, so we potentially might have a closure. So if 1 hour closes bullish and 30 closes above, we potentially can look for buys. But let's see on this closure. Let's see, I'm gonna open YouTube chat. Maybe someone's there. Who knows? So how do I do it? Someone's there. Who knows? Yes, we are live. Okay, I can't see live chat. Maybe I haven't turned it on. Let's see. Yeah, I have no idea how it works, so bear with me. This is my first time speaking to myself, speaking to camera, and going live. So if you look at the 30, it did close above, but slightly, so I'm not fan of it, to be honest. And the 1 hour is just all over the place. Yeah, I do not like it. Even if we create a lower wick, these buys ain't for me. I'm gonna try to open Zoom. So let's do this so it looks nice. So I'm gonna try to show you what a nice playbook setup would look for me now. So if we look at the clock, it's 9 a.m. So we have in half an hour we have New York Stock Exchange open, which is the largest dump of volume on a day, basically. So what I would want to see. Where is it? Yes, rectangles. So as we closed slightly above, still in range. Ideally, what I would want to see now is this candle, which we have now. Just bear with me. Okay, now. So basically what I want to see is this candle. Try to fill the wick, ideally. Something like this, and then it's gonna come down. Let's say it closes at 9:15. Closes surely above, we can see. Or there's two potentials. If the next one creates a bottom wick for this candle, then we can take a buy and clear this whole range. As we remember, the 4 hour is bullish, so ideally we are looking for buys, and this would be the play at 9:15. Or if this candle closes as it is and next one opens up, let's say creates a top wick and closes back below, which means it's faked out, and we have a clean range to go back down. So I would wait the top wick, and this is where I would enter. And full take profits like this. So one of two ideas are possible now. We just need to wait and see what happens. So let's delete all of this. Okay. So those are the two ideas in the next half an hour, which we can possibly take. Okay, so we can have a look at the accounts I actually have at the moment. So we have 150 Express account, which is in drawdown of $800. And we have 150k, which is as well in drawdown of 850, and another one which is in drawdown of 2.8 thousand. So all the accounts are in drawdown. I have one more with Lucid Trading, but I'm not gonna count that for now. So these are the accounts we have, and what we're gonna try to achieve is 70% win rate based on 100 trades. But to do 100 trades, that's gonna take me around, I would say, 8 months, because on average we do 2 to 3 trades a week. And why, we would ask, why 100 trades? I think that's big enough sample size to actually see if what you're doing is right or there needs to be change. 50 wouldn't be enough, so I'm gonna stick to the 100. I know it's a big number, especially if we take 2 to 3 trades a week. It's gonna take me a very long time, but I'm here for a long time, so I'm not looking to go anywhere. I love trading and I'm gonna keep trading. 100 trades, 200, 1000 trades, it does not matter to me. But that's the challenge, because if I don't unfortunately have all the data on this computer, but in the last 3 years I'm stuck at around 55%. Here same thing. This year 54% overall win rate. If you look at the pips, we are down just because gold's been going crazy and each trade was like 200, 300 pips stop loss, so these pips don't really matter. But yeah, we are stuck at 54. Last year we had 55, year before 52 or 53, something like that, and the very first year I believe I had 45. The only difference between last 2 years is that we have the same win rate, but last year, if we look at the pips, we were up like 300 pips or something, and the previous year with the same win rate we were down like 500 pips. So the win rate stayed the same, risk to reward basically went up. So now what I would want to achieve is 70% win rate, which again is doable on this strategy. It's already been proven. I just need to prove it to myself that I can do it, because I believe I got the skills, I've got the knowledge to actually achieve it. The only thing I'm missing, I believe, is consistency, because somehow I always something happens and always doesn't go my way, and so I just need to be consistent in my execution. When you see a setup, execute. There shouldn't be any emotions involved in executing a trade if it is your setup, basically. We are trading just few setups. It's there's a playbook of setups, and we have just 3 setups which we basically trade. So it's not a lot. It's nothing complicated. We're trying to do it as simple as I can. One is gonna be breakout, which we are looking for now. If someone's asking what is a breakout, it's simply breaking out of the range. So we are ranging here, as you can see, going up and down, rejecting, same here, rejecting. So this, basically this now is a range. And whenever candle closes above or below the range, I will call it a breakout. That's one of our setups. Another one, which we use. Why I can't change color? So let's say next candle just does this without giving us a proper setup. It just goes. Market does what the market wants to do, and if there is no setup, we just sit and wait for the next one to form. So let's say this is what happens, and then we wait for pullback. Say another candle. I'm not good at drawing them for now. And another one. And we would wait for a new support, because this would be a 4-hour closure. 4-hour would close bullish. So what we'd be looking for is basically buys. I wouldn't be looking for no sells at this stage. Just give me 1 second. So yeah, and this would be my next setup, which I could use. We just need it for a new support. Again, wick down. Our entry would be break of the previous high, and there's an 80% chance that we are gonna retest this previously created resistance. So that would be second trade. This would be just buy of support. Simple, but very, very effective. That would come later if price action does something similar to what we just drew out. Okay, let's delete all of this. So we have a closure in 3 minutes. Unfortunately, it does not look like we're gonna have anything at 9:15, because for me to take sells, it needs to be at the top of this range. Otherwise, we're already in the middle of it, and you do not want to trade ranges taking positions in the middle of a range. We can still trade this range, but it needs to be or from the bottom. So this is our closure, and then this is our entry. That's the only way I can trade ranges. If the entries are from the bottom or the top of the range. And again, it needs to be clean range, like this candle. It cannot be just all over the place. It needs to be clean. And again, so that's second play which we can do. And the third one would be, so let's say we broke out of this range. Yeah, let's say it's 9.15, and the next candle opens up. It can break a high, it doesn't need to break a high. Let's say it doesn't break a high. It creates a bottom wick and closes weak, but above the range which we broke out of. And then we will just wait for the next candle to wick down. Oops, sorry. And this would be our entry, and that would be a third setup which I would take today. Because for my setups there are few criterias for me to actually name them a valid setup. I'm sorry, let's see what happened on the 15, how it closed. Yeah, it's hard, we're just in the middle of range. There's not much that we can do. I know open is coming, volume's gonna be dumping, but if there is no setup, there's literally nothing I can do. Where can I get pencil? Okay. So first, for me to identify if it's a valid setup or no, the first thing I always look for is higher time frame to lower time frame correlation. What does that mean, you might ask? It means that the 4 hour, based on our bias, for whatever reason it's loading 4 hour very long, is bullish. So that's already, if we are looking for buys, that's already a higher time frame to lower time frame correlation, because 4 hours for buys and our entry is looking for buys. Again, 1 hour, we can see that 1 hour does not look ideal for buys just because of this candle. And 30 just created support, so if we can still hold this support and this candle closes above this range, that's again higher time frame to lower time frame correlation. If we take the setup of 15, if we, let's say, take it of just 30, then high time frame 4 hour correlates with 30 minute. So I would say that would be a B setup, because not every setup is identical. All of them are very individual, and every single one is not going to be the same as the previous one. So the second thing, so the second thing would be range. Range. What do I mean by range? That all the previous candles were clean. Like this I call a clean range, because it just dropped from this resistance and it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping, and the only support is over here. So all of this is clean range. Same if we go below. If you look at this candle, it's just clean candle. There's no supports, no resistances. That's what I call clean range, both directions. Here we have few wick wells, but that's still a clean range. And number 3, let's draw number 3, is setup. Oops. So that means like breakout or buys of support, sells of resistance. Because just with setup, we can't just take trades just because it created support here or just because it created resistance over here. We still need to have a clean range and higher time frame to lower time frame confirmation for our setup to have the highest probability of it actually working. Nothing is guaranteed in this market, but if we are working based off probabilities, if all of these line up, we should be able to get 70% win rate with around 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I'm just thinking, did I forget something? Higher time for multiple confirmation, range setup. And yes, I almost forgot. And number 4 is volume. So these 4 things needs to be all in place for us to take a range. And what do I mean by volume? So there's volume always in the markets, but there's some better times and some worse times to take trades. Let's say, for instance, let's talk Eastern Standard Time. 5 a.m. or 9 a.m. If setup is there, there's a setup, there's a range, and there's a higher time frame, lower time frame correlation, so everything is in except volume. Because we can't guarantee that there's gonna be volume at 5 a.m. But 8 a.m. New York Open, 8:30, 9, 9:15, 9:30, which is New York Stock Exchange Open, which brings the most volume out of the market. So from 8 till 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I would call it high volume time for New York session. And I do trade London session as well. And volume times for me are 1 hour before and 1 hour after open. So 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. again, Eastern Standard Times. Those would be my volume times, and those are the only times I actually trade. So this is always already ticked off because I only trade high volume times. So I just need to tick off, is there a setup, is there a clean range, and is there a higher time frame to lower time frame correlation. Nothing too difficult. So we still have 7 minutes till New York Stock Exchange Open. Let's see what's gonna happen. And today, so wait, yeah, let's have a look at this London session. This was a clean setup for London session, but unfortunately that was at 1 a.m. and I start to trade at 2 a.m. It doesn't mean that the volume is going to be coming only 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. But that's what I'm used to see most of the times. Obviously there is sometimes when you come and the move is already gone and there's not much you can do about it. Like today, I sat at my desk 9 a.m. my time, so it's 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the boom was already gone. And there was nothing I can do about it. But that's how we keep ourselves disciplined. We do not FOMO in. We just wait for our next setup, because we have all the criteria we need. And if it doesn't match, we don't take it. It's simple. I've always traded 1 to 2 trades a day since I remember. So I've never been really like the guy who likes to overtrade and FOMO in. So that's my strong part, I would say. So let's see, something's starting. Yeah, the only thing, the 15 minute, even if we close above 15 minutes, still is a bit chop, but as it's a New York Stock Exchange Open, I do not care, because if the volume's gonna be there, it's just gonna push through all of this, and this 15-minute resistance, which is this wick fill, is not gonna change anything. But all we need is a closure above, and then we'll see. We're gonna have lower time frame to high time frame correlation. We have very clean range. We have volume time, the best volume time, which is open of the stock exchange. And we're gonna have our setup, which is a breakout. So let's see, 4 more minutes. While we wait, we can have a look of, it's actually in April, I only taken one trade, which was on the actually 1st of April, and we got to break even. We got a bit greedy over there. Let's see. We took this fake out slash buys of support. We clearly was a bit greedy because we wanted to have this part of the wick fill, because it was 9:30, I believe. Yeah, it was an open, so we thought that it's gonna push through, but it didn't. So we entered here for the wick fill, break even, and we got stopped out at break even, unfortunately. Let's see what's gonna do. March was a really rough month due to all the war, and it was so volatile. Literally had 4 wins, 4 losses, and we lost 220 pips. But the trades we took were good. I didn't see anything wrong with them. So yeah, this is solid. But we got stopped out before we actually moved. Oh yeah, and that was on silver, my first silver trade. Just bear with me, 2 minutes. Okay, we have 1 minute left. But it doesn't look like there's gonna be anything on the open, unfortunately. let's see what silver is doing. Yeah, same thing, just stuck in a range. Okay, let's wait for the closure and then look more close into silver. Yeah, even with open, there's gonna be a bunch of volume coming. Even with that, taking a trade in the middle of a range, that's not good. That's definitely not one of those 70% win rate trades. Taking a trade in the middle of range. So yeah, that's a closure. Back in range. Yeah, there's not much that we can do. So let's see what gold does. We still need to wait for our breakout. Let's check silver. So on a daily, it looks very similar. Just opened up with no bottom wick due to the news of ceasefire, and it's just pushing up. So 4 hour actually broke the 4 hour high, and it's now rejecting, which if we close in half an hour weak bullish is actually great for sells. But again, we need to wait. So 1 hour, it actually broke out, which was good, but I would wait for new closure and sells below. That's on 1 hour. If you look at the 30-minute, yeah, it's very choppy. Let's look left. Is there anything to the left? There is. So let's see what's this, because we have clean range above there. Okay, this looks perfect. So buys would be above there, definitely. Those do look good. And for sales, yeah, this is I would potentially use this. Let's see, 4 hour, is that a 4 hour low? Yeah, if we can get an entry on 4 hour low, I would use this range. If no, then it should be below here, because then there's clean range, and that's gonna be daily low, 4 hour low, all the lows broken. But again, we need to wait for it. Okay, let's see what gold is doing. Yeah, so the gold actually did clear the whole range, and it's pushing down. Let's see if we get closures below, then this looks fire. But we need to wait. Yeah, there's no way to get into this. It's a middle of range. Yeah. No way I could have taken it. but closer below, they do look good. I like them. Especially if the 4-hour can close below 800. That would be ideal. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, we're gonna wait for this closure, and if nothing happens, that's gonna be it today. There's some problems with my OBS, I believe. See, why is this happening? Something wrong. It all looks fine to me. There's 6 more minutes for this closure. Let's wait for it. Maybe I'll figure out what's wrong with this stream. Pum, pum, pum. Encoding overloaded. What does that mean? Encoding overloaded. Yeah, no idea. No idea. But this is starting to look good on gold. But again, for me to take this, it it needs to look something like this. If this candle goes all the way and closes like this, I call it overextended. Hello. Banana.
Tukun kost.
Ei, atnākšu drīz.
Spēk Riks ir jānemazgā rokas. Oho.
Tas es uzzīmēju.
Kas?
Tur stāvi.
Nu ko? Tev vada vajadzētu pēc tam pačinīt. Skrien man kaut kā galīgi nepatīk.
Labi.
Nu, te paliksi. Pasildies saulītē, reku saulītē, forši. Pasildies. Pasildies, es kafiju.
Sorry about that. So basically, if this candle closes too low, then all we need to do is wait for a pullback, ideally to test this range. And then a resistance. And this would be our potential setup if this candle at 9:45 closes too low. If it doesn't, let's see. So far it looks good for us to take this trade. What is this error? Coding overloaded. Let's ask ChatGPT. Settings, lower output scaled. Output. Okay, I'm gonna look into it after we finish. It's not gonna be that easy, looks like. One more minute. Let's see. Because this is 4 hour low by the looks of it. Ideally I would want entry there, but that would be too low considering that 1 hour is still bullish and 30 hasn't really broken out. Only 15 minutes we'll have a breakout, which isn't ideal, especially if it's not new resistance. You can see it first, second, third red candle with a breakout, and we already once, twice, three, four already rejected numerous times in the same area. But let's see how it looks. Yeah. In the last few seconds it pushed and did not leave us awake. Which means there is no trade for us, fortunately. But now we have options. For me to take a trade now, this candle and close this. And then we can enter on the next candle. This win. So the profit will be taken a little. And full TV, it's hard, we need to check maybe full TV. Yeah, full TV would be this with me. So the idea number one, and the idea number two would be, which I drew out earlier, when we pull back, when you send 4 hour bearish, and everything just lined up. Now we have fixed with no bottom wick. There's still 1 hour bullish. 4 hour technically is still bullish. It needs more minutes to close. So this would be not a trade for me. So now you just need to wait. And I think that is gonna be it for today. For our first small stream. Hope someone came a look. If not, that's completely fine. Because nothing's, no setups at this moment. We need to wait at least like 15, 30 to 1 hour potentially, because we still have volume time. You just need to wait for our setup to form. So this is gonna be it for today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna be live every single weekday, 8:45 Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll see you next week. Peace out.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44.
So tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet. Talk about the things they're gonna say when they see me, and when they see me, they just dap me up and say good to meet me. I keep it going, flowing over this and make it look easy. Easy for me to say I do this every day of the week. I'm eager to be the one they talk about. When all said and done with it, I'm the feature that they want, but then they don't when I come with it. I'm a scene, still a seat, filler, blow up the numbers, and I ain't leaving no crumbs, so you know when I'm done with it. I'm a new school vibe with an old soul, oh so great, stay paid by the boatload. Don't go chasing the wave, I'm a rowboat, blow smoke right through the face of the ozone. Oh no, I got the bag, I'm back to just double it. I'm about to pop the top, I've been bubbling. They want the spot, but I do not cut them in. They tryna plot my drop, they been huddling. Feeling so tall, I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like island. Whoa, inbox full of contracts, I signed with a stylist. Yeah, blue faces blowing up like violet. I know a lot of people
people praying for my downfall, but the only thing that I'll be down for is being top 5, but like down 4. I'm down to earth like the ground floor, but I've been flying so long, I tend to ask people, what's the ground for? Man, I'm only headed up, see my flow volcanic, this the fire I erupt. Heard the fans getting rowdy cause they haven't had enough. You know I'm running the city, you just running out of luck. Yeah, I said that with my chest, I flow hard, it's no wonder they easily impressed. I'm so far, but I'm always coming back with something fresh, I never rest. Where you'll never catch this ego in a nest. I invest my time in the booth, I find a piece. I used to piece the boom in my mind. My ex knows this, let me expose this. She left cause she don't wanna be with an explosive. Man, I'm just
feeling so tall I could give a high five to the pilot. Yeah, family tight, I keep small circle like